So the Bills clearly look to be the class of Week 1, and then the Chiefs are like raising their hands, saying, "Let's not forget about us as well."
Right.
How do you suss out the AFC after Week 1, Willie McGinest? What do you
Bills
got?
do look really good. I would say that. And what impressed me more than the offense was the defense. Von Miller got off to a fast start. But not only Von, that whole defensive front, Phillips, the other guys, all the guys had plays and made plays. So you saw the impact of not just Von Miller personally, but what his effect was on the defensive front and how good they could be. And that was without Tre'Davious White. You know, he wasn't even there. So that defense looked really good. The offense, of course, you know, when you add a running game, you add James Cook, and you show that this year, like Sean McDermott said, he wanted more physicality out of the trenches. He wanted them to be able to stop the run on defense and run the ball more effectively. He came out and showed that that's going to be an important improvement on their team, that they are going to run the football. And they came out and did that emphatically. So this team right now looks good. Kansas City, you mentioned, Rich. They came out and they looked like Kansas City. And they looked like the team that was patient and moved the ball down the field. Patrick Mahomes took what the defense gave him. You didn't really miss or think about Tyreek Hill because it's a different way. It's kind of like when Matthew Stafford lost Megatron, you know, and he had to work through all his other receivers and spread the ball around a little bit more. You saw a little, you know, the same design. Andy Reid is one of the best coaches, coordinators, play designers to ever do it. So, and just watching all that, I was like, okay, I understand what they're going to do. They're going to get everybody involved. The play design is still going to be there. You don't have that explosive guy yet. Sky Moore could be something like a Tyreek Hill, but they've got options, and they got guys that can make plays.
Willie McGinest here on the Rich Eisen Show. What do you think Russell Wilson is thinking right now when his coach took him off the field for a place kicker in the spot where, you know, he had a chance to win it, come back in front of the 12s, just like he's done so many times for the 12s? I mean, he's saying all the right things. Do you think he really believes all the quote-unquote right things? What do you think?
I think the first thing that hit his mind was, what the hell is going on? Like, why am I not on the football field? Why did he not call my number? You know, McManus, I'm not taking anything away from him, but you got to know your personnel. And to me, it was a rookie mistake by his head coach, not a lot of experience. McManus was, 1 for 8 from 60 yards out, you know, and kicking field goals. So if you're going to put the ball into the money's hand, you're going to put it into Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had 32 comebacks in that stadium, 32 winning drive comebacks, however you want to calculate it, in that stadium. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, and I'm trusting in him that he's going to give us an opportunity to win the game. And it's nothing against the kicker, but it's just like those are one of those decisions. It's obvious for me. I wouldn't even think about it more than one time. It's obvious. And there was more things, Rich, that went on in that game that they need to focus and improve on. You know, time management, handling the clock, situational football. There's a lot of things that I looked at and bothered me that they need a lot more work on. They had 2 delayed games, could have been 5 or 6. You know, the ball was snapped with almost a second left, and they were rushing a play, and it ended up into a negative play. And with all that said, they still had an opportunity at the end of the game, you know, to win it. But if I'm Russell, I'm a little discouraged that the ball wasn't in my hands, but he is a team guy, and he doesn't want to put himself above the team. But in that situation, you got to go to your money players. You got to go to the go-to guys. And I thought that was just a big mistake by the head coach.